In today's video, we're gonna cover the answer why you need scientific and medical information firsthand and why is it important for your life and maybe how you can benefit from it.
I'm just nervous a bit.
So the other day I was thinking, why should someone actually benefit from having scientific and medical information in their life? For me, of course, because I'm in the scientific field and I'm working there, it makes sense that I'm exposed to it. But I was thinking, what kind of benefit the audience like you have from it? And I was pretty shocked when I saw that people were making up claims or spreading misinformation about topics which are relatable, because in the end you are interested in maybe how to improve your health, or maybe you're interested in how to improve your exercise conditions, or maybe you're just interested in how your cell works or the body itself, and maybe if you're going to a doctor tells you about a bunch of different parameters in your medical report and you're like,
well, I just want to know what is going on there.
So I thought maybe I make this video for you so you understand a bit more why scientific information is really good that you have it in your life, but also very importantly that it's a reliable source. In the short journey that I'm doing right now, I already saw so much misinformation and so much bad claims from so-called experts, and I was not really a fan of it. And I'm fairly new to this game, of course, and it's not really easy for me to come across as a reliable source, of course, but I still try to make the best out of it. And very importantly, I will not make up claims. If I don't find anything, or if I find something that is not really good, I will always state that in the video, of course. If you want to find out a really cool science communicator, I made a video actually about 10 signs that you can find, or 12 signs that someone is a reliable source. And yeah, so let's get into the video. Hello guys, and welcome back to Daily Dose of Honest Science, your science channel covering medical science and many other topics. I think this video is kind of important for all of us, just that we are on the same page and you know what is the channel about. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Chandni. I'm having a PhD in biochemistry. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the academic research life right now. Today's video is a bit dear to my heart, so I really want to make sure that you know why it's important to have scientific and medical information at your hand and actually understand what is going on in your body, and yeah, how you maybe can improve your health actually. Why I started this channel. I was looking around like the usual YouTube that I consume, and as you also do, and I was fascinated by one or two person that really do a great job in communicating medical science. I didn't know that scientific communication was a thing. I just saw some posts like people are like, yeah, we should do more science communication. I'm like, well, there are already medical people out there doing some stuff, so why not I join? Because I had the feedback from my former students that they really liked the way I explain things, and I was really like, okay, I give it a go. To be fair here, I have zero understanding of how social media works. So for me, I even didn't consume it. I was really straightforward into dipping myself into the cold water, in this case, the cold ocean. My primary goal for this channel is that you, so of course the target audience I'm gonna mention now. So first of all, of course, all the students out there, either be medical students, either be bioscience, master students from biomedicine field, everything that has to do with medicine or biology or anything related to it, of course. PhD students who want to just learn a bit more outside their scope, and of course the already ready postdocs and academic people who are interested in maybe just learning a bit more about other fields. And very importantly for me, and that makes it a bit difficult to have all in one package, I would say, is you. You, the normal general public, the person behind this camera who's watching now and is just interested in science but does not understand all this fancy words. So I really want to break it down, that you understand it and that you can always learn something for yourself every day. That's why Daily Dose of Honest Science. I really try hard that I do it nearly every week, that you have a cool new video. But of course, I'm working as a full-time scientist, so it's not always that easy for me. So thanks a lot for already the people who joined. I really appreciate your time. Yeah, let's go on that journey together. So that is basically it, why I wanted to do this channel. On one hand, to grow from a personal perspective. Really dear thing to me is I saw that many people don't understand science. So it's oftentimes really that is not grabbable for them. And then if someone comes and breaks it down for you, it comes more accessible. Problem is oftentimes we have people they claim to be, or maybe they even studied, that specific field, but then they try to reach out to other fields that they are not experts in and try to make up claims and everything. There's always I think when you go back in your school days, you always had one teacher where you said, boy, I understand everything. He's or she is so good in understanding and make it accessible for you. And then some other person says, oh God, this person was like rubbish, I didn't learn a lot. So everyone has their own unique style to explain things, different kind of visualization tools. And so I just wanted to give it a try if maybe I reach the person out there who's still searching for someone who can break it down for them. So I hope that I'm the person for you. Now you're gonna ask, well, there are so many science channels out there, Huberman, whatever, BioLane, so many people. So what makes me unique? I would say what makes me unique is that you guys can rely on the scientific information that I give you, because I will never start any scientific communication without reading papers and without fact-checking even with experts in that field, or someone who's in that field and knows the scientific literature. I have a very high standard when it comes to communicating science, because I know that there is not one way. So in science you always have many facets and you need to combine it to get a broader picture of it. So for instance, one topic that just came out was intermittent fasting is bad for you because it increases the heart disease risk or cardiovascular disease risk to up to 90% or something. And I'm still not there to communicate this now with you, because I didn't made the proper research yet, and you cannot do the proper research yet with this, because it's still not a peer-reviewed paper. Another story that I saw was about the high protein intake, that this can lead to stroke risks. There are already good videos out there, but if you have a reliable source where you can say, okay, can you maybe check please what is happening there? I'm a bit emotionally attached to it. And even because right now I'm also on my journey in the fitness, that I'm also doing some muscle gain, and of course I get into this how to do things, how to eat properly. And then of course even I sometimes think like, what kind of study is this, and does it make sense? And it's really important that you deep dive into it and understand the metrics, which is not really that easy. And I would say as a biochemist who reads a lot of papers, I'm of course not perfect, but still I would say I have the capabilities to explain it to you and also make it more grabbable for you. Like, what is a p-value? Why is it important? What means significance? And These kind of stuff is important to understand. Or maybe if something is found in the animal models, why is it not then translatable to the human body? I want to break it down for you so you can or are more equipped with a knowledge that you don't fall into the scientific expert bubble that people make up, and that you can be a bit more critical about it. So now we're gonna ask the question why you should actually care. I think you should care because I want you to have all the equipment ready for you to understand when someone is telling something really weird about science, and then there's someone who's really trying to give some value, educate you on the topic, and very importantly that you understand what is happening actually inside your body, because I think that's really fascinating to us that we still don't know everything. So every mechanism that we know by now is still like very on the surface. So people are still working on to understand why we are aging, for instance, or why does the cell behave in this way that it makes this programmed cell dead, for instance, or why is cancer coming up? What is the reason certain diseases are genetically prone more, and why does our DNA has to do something with this? So if you understand the concepts, you will understand quickly what is it about. And oftentimes many people come with buzzwords and inflammation, for instance, or autophagy. I already can hear Dr. Lane Norton in the background with how he's shouting out these buzzwords only because he always gets annoyed if experts shout them out. So it's important that you understand when someone is BSing and the other one is actually really trying the best to make it more understandable. I think you're gonna ask, well, Chandni, what's actually your motivation to do it? You're a scientist, you're already doing experiments and you're publishing your stuff, so why you should care making scientific content for the internet, for you actually. I sometimes have the feeling that what is in the news is not representing what is actually happening in science. And the pity is we as a scientist don't communicate that well. So of course the big journals are coming up, and I saw already like on Instagram, Nature and Science are actually on there and publishing really nice graphics about their published articles. But there's no one really who stands out and be like, okay, let's have a look. What is the study about? What do you learn from it? It's also for me really important to learn all the time from different fields, what is going on, so you make a bigger picture. And sometimes you realize, oh wow, and in this field I didn't know that there's still so less information about a certain disease or about a certain mechanism. Sometimes people don't understand how the function of a certain protein is because it doesn't have the structure yet. So I want to take you on this really cool journey and explain you all these kind of cool stuff, and that you can always come back with more excitement to watch the next video. I want to do it in a very casual and exciting and funny way, not, you know, the serious professor is sitting in front of you and be like, well, today we learned this and this, and today we do this and this. No, I'm not that. I think it makes it more funnier if there are funny sketches in there. That is much more fruitful than having a whiteboard in the end and drawing you some biochemical pathways. Of course, this will also come, but I will not draw them. I will try to make pictures so you understand where's the pathway, what you're going to see now. So you understand also a bit more complex mechanism behind it. The nutritional space is coming up. I guess you all heard of it, and that you should eat certain foods, or you should
Eat whatever is right now available, and you should do intermittent fasting, and you should do this and high protein, and you should eat lentils and whatever, you know, I think you get the essence. And
for me, it's very important that you don't get overwhelmed by this information and that you also get confused by the information, because sometimes it can be very contradictory and you don't understand why. And oftentimes it's because science is also a big field. So in science, we have many views on a topic, and depending on what kind of results come out, oftentimes they can be contradictory. And of course that somehow gives you this unease, this unfeeling. So what I wanted to say with that is in science, you never have the answer. So it's really important, of course, to have these different scientific topics. It can be contradictory, and I think if we as science communicators do a good job in telling you that right now there's contradictory results which doesn't match with what we know, that at least you know, okay, if someone comes up with a remarkable claim, you can be equipped and say,
well, I don't think that's true.
To be honest, I really want to do cool videos about medical and scientific topics. When you open up that you say, oh, cool, today is again a new video up, and I learned again something really, really nice. Yeah, this is the highest standard that I can go, and that's why it always takes a bit of more time for myself to do the actual research, because I'm of course not an expert in every field, but I can understand many mechanisms. If I'm really not sure about something, I will try to get the most accurate person for that. And I'm also trying to get someone, or at least if it's a medical topic, that we have a medical professional backing that up, so that you can always be 100% sure what is going on in the scientific, but also in the medical field. In addition, you already maybe saw it, that I'm also doing a podcast, and the podcast is meant for a more deep dive into a certain personality or a certain topic that I'm really interested in, to communicate that with you guys. And yeah, I'm really open if you have someone that you want to see and have topics maybe that are very interesting to you. I'm really happy to get some feedback on this. So it's not only about science in general, also about the person that is behind and why they went the way they wanted to. Therefore, the podcasts are meant, and these little videos are meant for you guys, that you always learn something and that you have a scientific go-to site where you learn really cool new things. In addition, I also want to do something like behind the scenes. So if you're interested, like what I'm doing right now in the academic research, what is my actual project, or in general how it looks like, how I work, I try my best to cut it in as well. I think we answered the question why you should have science in your life and or medical information in your life, and why you could benefit from it. Just basically because you learn something new about your body, and you can improve your health with this. And I really hope I can do my best to teach you how cool and awesome your body and your cells are, and what kind of remarkable mechanisms we have, that we also talk about latest breakthroughs that you maybe not hear in the news, for instance, because it's not that of a big issue, but maybe for you guys it is, because you learn what your blood can do, or your brain fluid can actually tell you about a certain disease. And I think that's really interesting, and I'm really happy to have you on my journey. And and just, have fun and explore the science, and explore what medicine and science are doing. We are getting a little family, and I really would love to grow with you and learn even more. But also, just to have you by my side, and we just do science. So as always, let a little dose of honest science in your life and brighten up your day.